Welcome to video 2. In the first video, you made your first circuit with the Arduino. Congratulations. This time we're going to add a little bit more functionality. We're going to put some buttons in and see how they work with our breadboard. The first step is that we need to recognize that we're using an LED and we want to cut the voltage down for our LED. So we'll draw our power through a resistor. So I'm going to go ahead and place our 220 ohm resistor. That's the red, brown resistor into here, hook one end up into positive, one end up into a row near the top of our breadboard. Now let's hook up the switch. Now these little push button switches that we have are, you need to make sure that they're turned the right direction, because I want you to notice here that the wires are coming out kind of from the left side and the right side. If we rotate this 90 degrees, now we have the wires coming out from the top and the bottom. That's not what we want. It's not going to work. So we rotate this 90 degrees clockwise. We get our switch here. Bring this over, hook our switch in so it's straddling the center line of our breadboard. All the pins should fit comfortably into holes of the breadboard. There shouldn't be any pins that you have to bend or that are hanging into this empty space in the middle of the breadboard. So we connect this switch in here. Now we go ahead and let's bring our LED, put the positive end up closer to the switch, and we'll connect the LED here. Bring a wire from the bottom of our switch to the positive side of the LED, and then a wire from the negative side of the LED over to ground. Now this switch, what happens is when you push the button, it makes a connection inside between this pin and this pin. So ordinarily this is open, and you push the button, it closes it and allows the current to flow through this circuit. So go ahead and test this out. Now let's go ahead and add a second switch. We can go ahead and we're going to move the LED. Bring your second switch in. Make sure again that the pins are coming out from the right and left. Connect it up to the spot where your LED with the positive side of your LED was before. And then let's bring your LED and mount it lower on the board. Now we'll bring a wire from the bottom of this switch over to the positive side of the LED. And then connect the other side of the LED to ground. And there we go. Now look at what happens. See how this behavior is different? Now we'll go ahead and make one more addition to the circuit, and this will get rid of a problem that you might have seen. With this setup right here, you need to press both buttons at the same time for it to work. What happens if you just wanted one button or the other button to work? We have to set up a different kind of circuit. You probably looked at this when you did this in 5th grade, and it's called a parallel circuit where there are two paths for the current to flow. So here there's only one path. The current flows through the resistor, through the conductor, inside the breadboard, through the switch when it's closed, through the breadboard, through the wire, back to the switch, through the wire, through the diode, through the breadboard, and back to ground. Now we're going to add another wire from the bottom of this switch down to the diode, positive side of the diode. Go ahead and with this switch, with this wire right here, I want you to go ahead and remove this wire, and we'll add a wire from this top row over to the top of the button. So now we've created two distinct paths for the electricity to follow. It can go through the resistor, through the breadboard into the button. When the button is pressed, it will go out of the button, through here, into the wire, and the charge can flow through the wire, through our LED, back to ground. Or alternatively, the charge can flow through the resistor, through this wire, through the button when it's pressed, and then to your LED, your light emitting diode. So in this case, either switch will actually cause our LED to illuminate. Congratulations, you've finished adding two buttons to control your LED on the breadboard.